everyone, Five Nights at Freddy's fan 555 here. Welcome to my 27th BMG Drive live stream video. So, if anybody's watching, please let me know in comments below, and I'll try to give you a shout out during the stream. Maker's already here. He said hi. So, hello, thank you for coming. I want to let you know that reason why I didn't do a new stream for this, which would have been either Monday or Tuesday, is because Monday I was busy with helping with mowing our yard because it needed it again, and then Tuesday I was busy with some other things. So that's why I wasn't able to do it Monday or Tuesday. And then I would have yesterday, but not only did I have to work yesterday, last night, I also normally don't do any videos on Wednesdays or Sundays. I do sometimes on Fridays, but not very rarely. Also, sometimes I upload on those days, so yeah. Alright, so he said, so I got some new voice acting videos, and I got some new stuff as well. I also got some awesome team news also. Yeah, I had seen that you've uploaded some new videos. I haven't watched them yet because I know that is for my next reaction video whenever I get to it. Which I'm hoping to maybe be able to do sometime Saturday. But it would have to be sometime that afternoon because I work that morning. And I could do it tomorrow. But sometimes I like to take a break for about a day after I do a video sometimes. That's why, part of why sometimes I don't upload anything. Sometimes. Either that or it's because I have something to do. In this case, tomorrow for Friday, taking a break for that day. Alright, he says so season 4 will be space season, and it's going to have the same name. And I just saw the first 2 episodes of Loki. Yeah, I've heard about the new Loki series on Disney Plus, which I have yet to watch. We're probably going to watch it, start watching it sometime Saturday night, I believe. So, hope you guys can all see and hear everything. And before we start, there's something I want to talk about, and it's to do with FNAF and Scott Cawthon, or Cawthon, however you say it. He had announced on Twitter. I had found a post that Vapor the Gamer on YouTube had posted on his community page that Scott Cawthon had announced on Twitter that he is retiring. So I wanted to let you guys know about this. Scott Cawthon is retiring. And no, that doesn't mean, he said that it doesn't mean that's the end of FNAF. And that FNAF is, and the FNAF community is still ongoing thing, and hopefully always will be. Part of the reason why he wanted to retire is because he now has around almost 5 or 6 kids now, and whenever the first FNAF game came out, it has now been 7 years ago today from when the trailer for the first FNAF game had came out. 7 years ago. I can't believe it's been that long, but it has. But anyways, back then he had said that he was around about his 30s. He was around in about his 30s in age. Back whenever he had released the trailer for the first FNAF game. Back whenever he was going to come out with it. So now, he's now well into his 40s in age. And he has around about 5 to almost 6 kids now. His wife is pregnant with his 6th or 5th kid now, and he wants to be able to spend more time with them and his family. So he wanted to retire, but doesn't mean he's going to be like gone for good now because he's retiring or anything like that. He'll still be around, but that's pretty much it. But kind of sort of have a question for him. I don't know if he'll like get this same question from other people or not, but I'm pretty sure he would. There's a FNAF movie that he's been working on with, I think it's called Blumhouse Studios, I believe. I don't know if he's currently still working on that movie with them or not. I'm hoping he is, because that's something I've been wanting to see for now at least 2-3 years now almost. Been waiting to be able to finally watch it whenever it comes out at some point. So I don't know when, but it will be. But yeah, I had found out that Scott Cawthon is retiring earlier today. I saw that Vapor Gamer on YouTube posted that on his community page on YouTube. Okay, so let's see what he said. King Ninja Video Maker said, Miss Minute is voiced by Twilight Sparkle. In it, and Owen Wilson, aka Lightning McQueen, is in it too. Miss Minute is going to be in a future Awesome Team season with Farbit. They are going to be friends. Miss Minute is not a villain, but she is mysterious though. Just like Funbit, but now she or he is good now. The Awesome Team is Halloween special. Halloween Spooktacular is coming October 31st this year. So I can't wait for that. I can't believe Luce, like Princess Freezer, they took my idea. She using ice powers. I don't think they took your idea from that. I think they did. I believe they had already planned for Luce for the Owl House to be able to use ice powers. Probably way before you had even thought about it for the Awesome Team series. So, yeah. But let's go ahead and get started with our first crash tests here. So this time I wanted to do a different map. So we're going to be using the Chinatown map, I believe is, well, for this section of the map. It's called Chinatown. It's for, what was it? Can't remember which map it was. It was one of the maps next to Utah, USA map that's on the game whenever you get it. But spawn in other traffic. Don't know where they're at, but spawned in other traffic. Go back to traffic. Guess start traffic. Which also means this other vehicle we have spawned in is gonna drive around. Which I don't really mind. I'll spawn in another vehicle if I have to. But we're gonna sort of just drive around. Let's see if we can maybe crash into another vehicle somewhere. Alright, I turned it too sharp. Right. Try that again. We are running a red light. So if there's any traffic coming through, I'm probably gonna hit it. Downhill. Well, there's a car, but we didn't hit the, went onto the docks, apparently. We just did a drift. There's a car that went by us. Let's see if we can. Maybe crash into it and cause an accident. Yeah, we just caused an accident with it by ramming into it. Ran into it and wrecked it. See if we can. Oh, that's actually the same vehicle that we had spawned in earlier, I think, a little bit ago, which is now wrecked. Wrecked it pretty good, actually. The hood is no longer in place. Let's see, get into driver camera view. They would probably their left leg would probably be broken from looking at the damage to the car, along with some other injuries. Upper torso, head injuries as well would probably be possible. That was kind of, I guess, sort of almost like a T-bone crash. Now, let's see. Would it still be drivable? Brakes are still on, so I'm going to turn them off, but I guess not. Take a look at the damage to pickup truck. Not too bad damage done to it. It looks to pretty much still be drivable. It still runs. I'll go back to here real quick. Let's see what else he said. Let's see, he said that he's now calling loose Princess Frieza for now on. So Menace and Funbit will play big and important parts in the future of the show. Thinking about time traveling season. So time traveling to different passion points where they went to other seasons. It also gives us a good introduction to Miss Minutes with her time traveling powers. Also, I think uploading a season 7 soundtrack. It's all video game music because that's the theme of the season. Season 1 is coming out this month. Invited me to check it out on Twitter. So I'm going to bring my Ninja David figure and probably put it on the wall, and maybe they can make official Lego and official Lego Ninja David sets. I'll tell them about that. I'll make sure you get one. Also, I'm going to tell them if they can make any Awesome Team Lego sets whenever the show comes out. But yeah, I can't wait for the Ninja David show. Season 2 is going to be my favorite of that of the show. Season 1 will end with a cliffhanger. Also, the Ninja David series is going to be filled with family problems, a lot of family stuff, and action, even some musical numbers. Again, a lot of Ninjago inspired stuff because I'm a fan of Ninjago. That's why Ninja David was made. Also, Ninja David series will be made out of the same animation as Lego Ninjago. I also have a Ninja David playlist of songs that are going to be in the show. But yeah, Ninja David series is going to be based on Ninja David and Unikitty. It's marriage relationship. That's not a spoiler because we're actually married in real life. But that's all. So, got any questions? Let's see. To be like getting Lego sets made, that would be pretty cool, to be honest. And yeah, I would definitely probably maybe buy some of them. But other than that, I don't think I have any questions. So excuse me. We're gonna sort of reset the pickup truck. Up to about, we'll reset it pretty much just about all the way back. Reset it all the way to about back here. Okay, that's I guess apparently our other same car, which is now fixed because we reset everything. So go back to traffic. Stop traffic. I said stop traffic. Why are you still going? Okay. Appears to not be working for some reason because I said for it to stop traffic. Maybe it's because I gotta click this. That might have been what it was. I think. I'm not sure. Reset this all the way back, which is going to take a bit. Okay, we're reset all the way back now. So what I'm going to do is drive this all the way down here. Try to drive it to around about here. what I'm going to do is go to vehicles. I have kind of sort of, well, I guess it'd be a cool idea in mind. Somewhat. You'll see what I'm doing. You'll probably figure it out, but get that loaded. Alright. I want my car hauler truck. Place current. If you don't already have an idea of what I'm doing, what I'm doing is I'm going to spawn this in. Set brakes on it. Turn the engine off because I don't want it on. And I'm going to extend the flatbed part of it. Let's see, CTRL and page up to extend it. If you don't understand what I'm doing now, you probably know what I'm doing is I'm going to extend this out, lower it, and use it as basically a ramp to go flying over to wreck the cars. Is what we're going to do. So got to extend it out as far as it will go. Decrease height, CTRL and G. So we're going to do that. I'll lower the height of it as low as it will go. Tilt down is page down. So now just tilt it down. Okay. Getting the it's the page up button to tilt it down, which is actually to tilt it up. Tilt it down is back down to be flat is page down. That's what I did. All right, that's as low as it'll go. So what we could probably do is take this off of it, but it might be just a whole thing that come off of it if we did. So I'm just gonna leave it. So basically, gonna be crashing into that first to begin with. So we're gonna go back to pickup truck. Choose the vehicle we want to use to start it out with. I think we'll do the Ibushu Cavette first. We'll do it first. Then do pickup truck. So we're just gonna pretty much just do the regular one of it. Alright, so we're gonna do it and go back to here right quick. Alright, let's see what else he had said. King Ninja the Video Maker had said, speaking of voice actors, did you know that Chop Chop is voice acted by the same guy who did Wolverine and Sub-Zero. No, I did not know that. It said that Starlight was voiced by Barbie Bill. Surfer's voiced by King Baymax. Actually, the voice actor always wants to play Baymax because if he doesn't, he would be pissed. And now there's two different kind of Meta Knight voices. There's one from Kirby, Rebecca Exu with the Italian accent, and the Smash Brother one. As for Unikitty, I'm thinking about going for the Lego Movie 1. I'm also thinking about the movie being after Season 6 and the new Ninja Davis series being after the movie or something. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Loki show so far. The comedy isn't my cup of tea. Loki acts like a kid. It's just so far boring. Hopefully next week is a good episode. Also, a lot of people are doing Skylander videos again, even though the series has discontinued and Activision doesn't care about the series anymore. I think the Awesome Team will probably be a really good comeback to the Skylanders, because I think some of these characters could definitely use some more character development. Like, seriously, I was wishing for Starlight to be Alicorn. I was Cypher to get reformed, and I was thinking Chop Chop can have a character arc in the show Skylanders for Skylanders Academy. But I can just do that in my show and make it completely better. By saying that, I'll have to do all this other stuff first, but have that stuff in there. There'll be a lot of stuff to do with the show. That's why I need a little bit of help. And you've got one story. Where was it? One side story, one writer, side for voice actors, one side animation, one side character development stuff. That's why I want to start with these three, because these three need most character development out of them all. Especially Chop Chop, seeing that he has less development out of them. But I don't know why people don't like Chop Chop that much. I think he's a pretty cool character. His design is cool, but he needs personality. Also, I think Starlight and Bill would be a pretty cool couple. I could see people shipping them. But yeah, that's why I want season 1 to be a developing season. It's not really a big season, just development for the characters. Because usually companies like to go big for season 2. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how the show goes. Because season 1 and 2 basically done, just need animation and voice acting. 3 is almost done. I haven't even started with 4 or any of the others. But yeah, the Awesome Team base in the city is all going to be original. Everything that's in the Awesome Team lore is original, except for the characters. Because you gotta have originality. So yeah, the Awesome Team lore story is kind of a long one, so I'm not really going to go into that show. We'll explain it perfectly, so yeah. Well, that's pretty good that you got some people to help you out with it so far, and that season 1 and 2 are just about finished. It just needs animation part of it, voice acting. But other than that, it sounds like it's coming along pretty nicely. Alright. So we're going to start out with the Ibushu Pivot. To crash over this first. Or pause it as we're going over it. Kind of going off of it, kind of at the side, so it's probably going to hit this and go like sort of fishtail off of it and spin from the rear end. So as we're going up and over it, I already ripped the rear bumper off. But we're going to slow the simulation speed down to 100 times so we can see what happens in slow motion. But so far going over it to begin with, we've already ripped the exhaust and rear bumper out and off. So let's play it and see what happens in slow motion. In the end, this is going to be a pretty bad crash. Pretty much bending and twisting this barrier here for the cars towards this way as we hit it. And yeah, the car is fishtailing off of it like I figured it probably would because of how it hit. So we're going to put simulation speed back to real time. Wow, we about flipped on our side as we came back down to the ground. Now, engine is still running. Engine is fine. There is damage to the vehicle. It does still drive. Looks to still be steerable too. Let's find out. Yep. Definitely can still steer it, so still pretty much drivable. Radiator is where it could no longer be used because how it's damaged. Doesn't look to be any damage underneath except for the exhaust and the rear bumper. Actually, rear axle may be damaged a little bit, but not much. I get an interior view from the driver's seat. Doesn't look to be any interior damage. So, really, to be honest, they would probably be fine. They'd have probably some cuts, scrapes, and bruises. Would probably be okay because the airbag would have went off to help protect them from the crash. But vehicle still runs. So go over to flatbed truck. We've damaged that pretty bad now. Bad enough to where, to be honest, we can probably just rip it right off now. So we can grab a hold of it and sort of rip it off. Okay. That might not be a good idea. Because now we've moved the whole flatbed truck. So now we gotta we're gonna move it back to where we kind of had it. I'll kind of pull it that way a little bit. All right, that should be good. We'll just have to leave it where it's at. we'll go ahead and reset this vehicle so that the bumper from off of it is out of the way, which I'd gotten stuck on it somehow. And we'll go ahead and change it to, let's see, what do we want to change it to? Change it to the ETK Series 1, or ETK 1 series. We're just going to go with the regular. We're going to change the paint color of it though. Click Replace Current to swap out vehicles. While it's doing that, I'm going to go back to here right quick. Alright, next things that King Ninja Video Maker had said is the Halloween special is basically done. 2 online, need just animation, don't need voice actors because it's not canon. Halloween special is going to take place in a different time. Now, though, some Team Halloween special, I don't really know what the story is going to be about because I haven't thought of one yet. Thinking about it being a Halloween party, maybe the citizens get cursed and turned into zombies, and the zombie creeper maker is the villain of the season. Then Chop Chop having to fight him and chaos and all that. Also, the Awesome Team members will have Halloween costumes on, except for Ninja David, because he'll just have his Ninja David outfits. A Halloween special will be an hour-long special. The main focus will be Ninja David and Unikitty going to a Halloween party. An Awesome Team find the villain while Ninja David and Unikitty help the citizens and have a good Halloween party or whatever. And their kids pull pranks on Unikitty and Ninja David. Have to stop them and tell them the meaning of Halloween and stuff. You know, your typical Halloween tropes. Oh, and I can't forget about the jump scares that are going to be in this. Also, you're really going to like the 5 NATO Freddy's reference in the Halloween special. There's a lot of horror movie references. Though, once again, it's not canon to the series. It just has nothing to do with the series. It's just the one-off thing in a different time. But yeah, is assuming Unikitty and Ninja David have their own base, their own city called Ninja City. That's where they got married. They explain it in the Ninja David series. So yeah, Awesome Team City, there's Hero City, there's Ninja City, there's Iceland, there's other made-up names as well. It sounds pretty cool. And yeah, I think I will like the horror stuff and some of the FNAF stuff that will probably be in it too. From what it sounds like, I think. But yeah, it sounds pretty cool. So we're gonna do the pickup truck next. Get a sip of some orange Kool-Aid right quick. help keep my throat from drowning out while I'm talking. Try to keep it straight. Don't want to go too fast going over this first hill here. Otherwise, we'll go flying pretty hard and break something, which is what I don't want to do. Alright, pause it as we're going over it. Okay. Whew. Barely paused it in time. Literally right as we were hitting into it. And apparently we rebounded off of it as we went up and over it. So the whole truck is like flying, literally flying right into it. But we're now going to put it in 100 time simulation speed. Find out what happens. Maybe it will break off that the rest of the way. And yes, it did. We broke that off the rest of the way, and it looks like we're probably going to hit the back of the cab part of the truck. Mostly the roof of it, by the looks of it. It looks like we broke the sun visor from the front of it off as we hit into it, and definitely did damage to it. The last for sure. And it's still continuing to go flying over it, literally. Along with that protective barrier thing that we had there in the back there, we're going to put back to normal real-time simulation speed. And because of how we hit as we came to the landing, no, probably not going to be able to steer anymore, but it does appear to still run. Put it in reverse. Back up from against the wall of that building. See if we can maybe still drive it. Apparently the engine is damaged some because it had cut off. Sort of steerable still. It can maybe still sort of be driven some, but not really good because of that part of the front axle, steering knuckle, control arms would look to be now bent and broken because of how we had came to a landing back on the ground from crashing into the back of that. From an interior view of the driver's seat, would definitely have bump scrapes and bruises. Don't know if he would have any broken bones or anything like that. Other than that, would probably be fine. Passenger as well. Looks like the rear window had blown out and broke from how we came to landing back down on the ground. Go back into orbit. Reset it to change it to a different vehicle. We went flying off of that thing pretty good. And pretty good distance. Further than the Ibishu Corvette. Definitely further than it had. It had went far enough to be almost pretty much still next to the flatbed truck. Wow, the pickup truck had went completely over, at least almost to the other intersection that's there in front of it. Let's see if we can get a vehicle to go even further. The racing vehicles, they would definitely go further for sure, but we're not going to do them until later on. They'll probably have to be in a different video. We'll do the Ibishu Pigeon next for this vehicle. Alright, so replace current. While we wait on that, I'm going to go back to here real quick. I'm just going to kind of briefly look over all of the next things he had said. Instead of reading it out loud. Okay, so he's got a plot for it that he's worked on last year at some point. Or a pilot.
Whoa.
Okay, cool. So it looks like we'll maybe hopefully get to at some point see it on Cartoon Network from what he's saying. It looks like he's thinking about releasing the pilot for it sometime this week or even next week. And he said that it's not going to be immediately like going on Cartoon Network. It'd be, of course, here on YouTube first as a YouTube series for free. And says not to worry, that he will make money out of it, but doesn't want it to be YouTube Red pay for it and wants it to be free so that people can see it and enjoy it like me. Because, yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to pay money for it, being able to watch every episode or not. But from what he's saying is that maybe, hopefully, eventually, at some point in the future, we'll get to see it on Cartoon Network. To do that, though, probably would have to contact them somehow. I don't know how to do that personally. Probably would have to find someone that knows how to do that or figure that out on his own and contact them and see if he maybe could somehow at some point in the future. And he said that animation takes a while. So some of the episodes will probably take a while to release. Especially if he does them one at a time. And said that if he finishes the entire season for season 1, that we'll get maybe 1 to maybe 2 episodes a week. So that sounds pretty cool. Definitely a lot of work to be done to be able to do that. So I'm thinking that some of it probably could possibly take a little bit longer than that to come out, but we'll have to wait and see. Wait for that to continue loading in. There we go. There it went. Alright, so this vehicle next. Oops, get that stay. Do around maybe 2 or 3 more vehicles after these two stop for this crash testing stream. And that'll be it for this one after that. So at least a couple more or so, and then I'll have to be pretty much it for now, probably. I have to going over it. Car flown up off of it from the front end. Rear end still sort of on it a little bit. Probably did some suspension damage going up and over it. But that's okay because it's going to get damaged as it keeps going over it anyways. Slow simulation speed down so we can see what happens to it in slow motion. Going at around 48 miles an hour to almost 50 going over this ramp for the flatbed car hauler. There's already some damage to the roof of the cab for it. Definitely going to be more damage to it now since this is a little lower hitting into it. Yeah, that had crumpled at Ford's even more than the pickup truck had. Even bent the roof on top of it down inwards onto it, some from the looks of it. Rear tires looks like it's probably going to hit it as well. Just a little bit, which also did a little more damage to it. And it looks like we had broken a mirror off of it on the passenger side, along with let's see, anything else that broke off? Don't look like it. Probably horns, but I can't tell where they went. Put it back into real time. Alright, definitely a little more damage to it now because we ran it into that wall. It still runs. Can probably still drive it unless. Alright, okay, it appears we had broken the drive shaft. So even though it is still, even though it does still runs, it looks like that when we came to landing back on the ground, we had broken the drive shaft. So there's no driving it now until repairs are done unless it's just sort of stuck on the sidewalk here somehow, which might be the case, but I'm not going to move it to save time. So from the driver's seat, we'll probably have like little injury, very little injuries. Probably they'd probably be okay. We'll probably have some injuries, but not bad ones. And take a look at what happened to the truck. So yeah, it definitely is more damage to the cab of it. From that, get an interior view from the driver's seat. Now, if they were still in it as that happened, they would have head, neck, possibly even back injuries because of this. Front windows are broken. Door windows probably would be too. Back windows also broken. So pretty much all the windows had blown out from that and broke. Ibishu Pigeon. It's more difficult to steer because of it having just one tire in the front instead of two. It's got different steering setup, and turn it too sharply or too hard, it can easily flip over. And it will if you're going fast enough. So we gotta try not to steer it too hard. Turning it too hard. Really dinky horn on the thing, which I don't blame it being so dinky because, well, yeah, kind of small. It looks like we kind of messed up on that, so we're just gonna let it go and crash off of it. Now, the driver would definitely have injuries from that because of how it hit into the traffic light pole. Does still run and does still drive. Just that I probably wouldn't be driving it anymore after that. Which actually, because of how the cab had crumpled inwards like it did, the door frame had crumpled inwards because of how the light pole or traffic light pole hit into the cab area. Crumpled that inwards. The frame looks to also be bent, or the chassis is more the proper name for it. Looks to be bent. Let's get an interior view from the driver's seat. This would be, because of how it crashed like it did, this would be probably a really minor or even fatal crash, which means they either would live from this, but if not, they either would or would not live from this. Fatal usually means that they did not live from it. Sometimes they could. It'd be like a near fatal crash is what I think it'd be called if they did live. But let's see, what does that say? Right there. Dashboard says warning, do not make a steering something. Let's see if we move the steering wheel. It says warning, do not make a steering sharply at the high speed. Grammar is kind of written a little weird on it, but yeah, it says not to be trying to like take hard turns going at high speeds. So that's why it flips over easily. That's why I said why it flips over easily. But yeah, driver, passenger in this case, in this thing, they either would or would not live from that. It does still run, it does still drive. Probably could still drive it, but then not really at the same time. But we're gonna now reset it. We're gonna reset this first. Wrong button. So we're gonna go ahead and get it reset. Change it to a different vehicle. last vehicle for it for now. We're going to do the I don't know how to say it or pronounce it, but this vehicle is we're going to use for it. It's an Italian car. We're going to do it next. It reminds me of the Volkswagen Beetle, even though it don't look anything like it. The reason why it reminds me of it is because of the engine being in the rear of it instead of the front. The front is the trunk instead of the rear being the trunk. So, reset it. Go back to the Ibishu Pigeon. Reset it. Change it to different vehicles as well. Let's see. I think we'll do the ETK K series vehicle for it to replace with. Just gonna do regular with it. So replace current. We're gonna start off with this vehicle first. Make sure we're not going extremely fast over this first hill for that first intersection. And as we're coming to the second intersection, we're going to drive it up onto the ramp of the flatbed car hauler truck and crash it. Right away as we're going up and over it, immediately jumps up and off of it, flying through the air. And as we prepare for impact into what looks like is going to be the rear of the cab of it, we'll slow simulations 100 times and see what happens. Around about 40 to almost 45 miles an hour, which is around about normal traffic speeds for here in the US, is about where we're going to have our crash at. So immediately as we hit it, it hits right here on the driver's side part of it. So that part of the front axle would be broken. It looks like as we hit into it, we rebounded off of it, sending it pretty much straight up into the air. So we're probably going to end up falling straight down onto it. It is sort of turning towards the passenger side of it because of how we hit it as it does that. So we're going to put simulation speed back to real time. We did sort of almost land on it like I thought we would, so it does still run and drive. Just now would be difficult to steer because of that side of the front axle now being broken and bent. And that's from underneath to show you guys. So it does still run and drive. Just has damage done to it. Driver would definitely have probably broken leg, broken left leg. Definitely probably some head, neck, and upper torso injuries. Because this type of vehicle, it's an older vehicle and doesn't have airbags, so would definitely be injured. Passenger probably would be as well. So leave it there for now. Now we're going to crash test this vehicle, but first, before we do, go back to here again. Sort of briefly go over some of the next stuff that King Ninja Videomaker had said. There's going to be some Easter eggs in it, it looks like. Like some hidden things. Like little hidden things. To keep an eye out for those things. That'll be probably important later on. A lot of retracted messages for some reason. It won't let me see them for some reason, but that's fine. Everything definitely sounds pretty good so far. I would be reading more of it out loud, but trying to save time on just sort of glancing over a lot of it. Since I gotta go here soon to in the stream, so we're gonna crash this last vehicle, and then I'll look at the last few things that he says. See how fast we can get this vehicle to go over it. Running pretty fast, around almost around about 60 to 61 miles an hour. So we got this vehicle to go faster than the other vehicles. But as we were going over this, we appear to have torn bumpers off, along with one of the exhaust pipes and the light on the passenger side, the headlight on that side. Also broke the rear tail light on the driver's side as well. Slow simulation speed down 100 times. See what happens. See if it picks up in speed a little more as we're going over. Into the back of the cab of flatbed car hauler. Looks like we're barely going to hit it. It's going to be pretty much just about the very top of it we hit. Looks like we have flown just about completely cleanly over the entire top of it. And looks like we're gonna kind of land back on the ground at sort of kind of an angle almost. Going further than we did for the first vehicle we did before this one. The vehicle before it had went up to around about there in that area. See if it goes further than that. Which, judging by the amount of speed we're going at, we very well could. Especially because of how high in the air we are still. So, pause it, put it back into real time, simulation speed, and play and see what happens. Almost did a complete nosedive. Not gonna touch the brakes. We're just gonna see where it goes. Alright, so we're gonna stop it here. So this vehicle we have gotten to go the furthest. This one has made it pretty much all the way right to the intersection down here that's in front of the flatbed car hauler. So for right now, I would say that this vehicle would be considered the winner. This is almost kind of like a race, I guess, but we'd say this vehicle won so far for now. We still got others to do. So far, this one had made it the furthest out of all of them. Made it all the way down this road here in front of the flatbed car hauler. All the way down to this intersection. This is how far it had went. It's got damage here on the driver's side of the rear axle because of how the rear tire is now bent outwards a little bit. Does appear to still be drivable and steerable. Somewhat still steerable. Take a look from underneath. Yeah, it's still a little steerable, still, but not by much. Front axle on the passenger side is just about completely broken. Broken bad enough where it'd be difficult to steer it if you were to still drive it. That's from how it hit into the staircase area right here in the corner of it. Driver would probably have some injuries, if not none at all. Maybe just some scrapes, bumps, and bruises. Passenger, however, they look like they'd maybe live from it and be okay. If they did, they'd definitely have some injuries, but not very many. Maybe just some scrapes or bruises. That's about it. So, but anyways, that's pretty much all for crash testing for this BMG Drive live stream video for now. So, sort of kind of the last thing I want to do before ending it is we're going to, I guess, to sort of crash test the flatbed truck. We're just going to, I guess, leave that down. So we're going to start back up. We're just going to pretty much kind of floor it, and we're going to hit into the building that's there at it, across from the intersection down this hill. Sorry about putting my hand in the way. I had to get the camera angle straightened. Cooperate with me. dragging the flatbed part of it down this. Actually, it looks like we aren't going to, that wasn't built, it was a bridge. We are going to get into this here, though, for the carport, parking garage, and it immediately said that the engine was broken upon impact because of how hard we hit it. So it's definitely now out of commission, now no longer drivable because of the engine being damaged. And framing or chassis of it had bent towards the driver part of it, so did the engine, which is why it had damaged. Drive shaft would probably also be broken because of it now being in that angle like that. And the front axle would probably also be broken from that. Radiator is also definitely damaged as well. Driver would definitely have injuries. Passenger probably would as well. I'm not going by the damage that's already there. I'm going by from after crashing into that. So, well, that would be pretty much basically considered the last crash. So, that would be pretty much it for this crash testing video. So, pause it and close out the game. And let it go back to this. And look at the other things he had said. It said that comedy will play a part in the premiere. So I guess he's going to premiere it whenever he does upload it. We'll have a romantic thought. It said, so when's the next live stream? It said, no, King, don't eat my food. Sorry, King really likes the pizza that I made last night for me. For me and you and Katie. King pizza, King pizza. Ninja David, no, you had enough. Ninja David, that. It's not yours. King, oh man. King, but I'm the King of Demons. Ninja David. And I'm the Ninja of Love. So get out. So yeah, the first 2 episodes will be uploaded on my birthday next year. And I'll put a birthday message as the first Easter egg in the show. Alright, well, that little bit of interaction there that you did with some of the characters was pretty cool that you put in the comments. I like that, to be honest, but yeah. So, when my next live stream is going to be, it will be, my next live stream will be my, hopefully my next reaction video. And I'll try to maybe do it sometime Saturday. If I do, it'll be sometime that afternoon. I don't know when exactly. But I'll try to do it sometime Saturday afternoon. And I'll go ahead and tell you this, just in case. That way, if I can't do it, you won't see anything on my channel for me to say now I'm doing it, which will mean that I'll probably be doing it sometime next week. Also, depending on what my work schedule is for next week as well. So, he said I'm going to post the pilots on Saturday or Sunday. So I'll watch that sometime Saturday. Then I guess if you do them Sunday, I won't get to watch it Sunday because I'm usually not on YouTube at all on Sundays. I don't usually upload or make anything on Sundays either, or Wednesdays as well. So yeah, but yeah. One thing I want to tell you guys is that I've been I've been doing my YouTube channel now for it's been, how long has it been? Let me go to my YouTube. Channel. Videos. Go to the very bottom. Of all my videos I've done in the past. Alright, one of my very first videos I did was around 4 years ago. And I'm going to click on that video right quick for a minute and pause it. Alright, when did I upload this? August 5th, 2016. 4 years ago. So, guess what, guys? This year, on August 5th, 2021, is my 5th anniversary of when I first originally started my YouTube channel. So, my YouTube channel will be turning 5 years old this year in August. So, August 5th, 2021, my YouTube channel will be turning 5 years old. So, I've been doing my YouTube channel for half of a decade now, which a decade is 10 years. 5 and 5 is 10 years. So half a decade is 5 years. So I've been doing my YouTube channel now for that long. Half a decade. Now almost. So I've been doing my YouTube channel now for a long time. I can't believe it's been almost 5 years ago now from when I started doing YouTube videos for my channel. Eventually, what I'm going to do is these 2 videos here that say burning a diecast car part 1 and part 2. I'm going to edit those videos at some point. I'm going to go back to those videos and edit them at some point. And I guess like it'd be like basically sort of re-uploading them. They're old videos from now what would have been almost 5 years ago. And basically put them as being what was supposed to have been my very first toy destruction videos, but they're older videos from back when I originally started my YouTube channel. Back when I originally started doing that new series of videos, I wanted to put them as being the first videos for it, but I guess I forgot about it. So I'm going to go through and edit them and put them as kind of like being the first videos that originally would have been the first videos for that. Even though they aren't, they'll be put and considered as basically now my fourth or fifth toy destruction videos, where they will be. So yeah, it's also been almost 5 years ago from when I did my first BG Drive crash testing video, but I had did it in around two separate part videos. No, that was for the fifth, my bad. So the very first one I did for my BG Drive crash testing videos was literally my second video I had made and uploaded after I did this video. So that was a long time ago. I can't believe that it's been that long, and how much my YouTube channel has grown over the years since then. I remember first starting out that I had like really barely any subscribers at all, and looking at back then compared to now, I now have around 70 subscribers. I apparently lost a subscriber, but that's okay. I know that's going to happen from time to time. But looking at compared to then to now, my channel's grown a little bit from then. Not by much, but we're getting there, and maybe eventually one day at some point in the future we'll have around hundreds to maybe even thousands of subscribers, I hope. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah. See, I'm going to go to About right quick to show you guys something. Last thing. So when I had originally gotten on YouTube was December 30th of 2013. Back then, I never even started doing my YouTube channel yet. I didn't even begin to think of or even want to start doing a YouTube channel until around 2016. That was, let's see, 14, 15, 16, around 2-3 years later after. That was when I had gotten my very first tablet. And was also the year I had found Markiplier on YouTube. It was like around January of 2014 when I had found Markiplier on YouTube. And I've been subscribed to Markiplier since then, pretty much since 2014. And back then, Markiplier had like literally just a few thousand subscribers back then from what I can remember, if I remember that right. He had just a few thousand subscribers back then. Now he's in the million, almost the billions of subscribers. So he's been doing pretty good since then. He's become one of the biggest YouTube channels out there, and hopefully one of these days, soon, he will get to the billions. He's almost there. He's got several more million to go until that point. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. King Ninja Video Maker said 5 years, the same month as season 2. As long, which is how long it'll probably take for season 2 is what I think he means. And he said that I think I joined YouTube in 2015. If I remember right, I think that's about right. I think I remember looking at one point to see your about page on your channel. I think that's right. He said, yes, my accounts got deleted, but still counts. True, yeah, it still does. See, for some reason this has been marked for some reason, so I'll show it. He said my new videos are really short if you want to watch them. I'm serious, all of them are really short. Okay, I understand that, but don't think I'm gonna have time for. I'll go look right quick. Let's see. There you are. I have around almost 300 people unsubscribed to, so sometimes it takes me a while to find somebody I want to watch videos from. So, click on videos. Yeah, they're all pretty short. I really honestly still need to see the rest of season 2 for Amphibia. I haven't yet, but I will eventually. But don't worry, I'll save for reacting to these for my next reaction video. I don't have time to do it right now, unfortunately, but I will. So for now, hope you guys have all enjoyed the new live stream video for my next Binge Drive live stream video. I don't know when my next one will be yet. It'll be, could be about a week or 2 from now, or almost a month from like it was for the last one I did. I wish it wouldn't take that long for me to do, but part of it's because of me being in school and working. So I hope you guys all understand that. So until either Saturday or sometime next week for our next reaction video, hope you guys have all enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys all again either sometime Saturday or sometime next week. So, of course, for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then.